Wow! I've got an iPhone 11 Pro and I did not think I'll be upgrading to the 12s, Pros or Maxes, but last night's announcement iPhone event completely blew me away. The pre-recorded announcement video interestingly started with quite a lot of time lapses. And as a time-lapse photographer and someone who watched 1 or 2 or 10 of these iPhone announcement events in the past, I thought to myself, could they be suggesting some new time-lapse features coming to the latest iPhones? And I was correct. Firstly, the iPhone 12 got announced, and with it, the night mode time-lapse, as well as other 5G faster this, A14 that, more cores, 50% better, 80% faster this and that, you know the drill. They didn't really go into detail about the night mode time-lapse, but looking at the demo footage and reviewing frame by frame of that night mode time-lapse, it looks like proper long exposures. Most likely it's saving that night mode time-lapse as a 4K file, but it would be cool if it was the new 10-bit Dolby Vision HDR mode, but I don't know if that's actually the case. And it's not like you couldn't shoot a 4K nighttime time-lapse on the iPhone 11 Pro. Yes, you could on all 4 cameras. Only on 2 you could save the RAW files, and on the ultra-wide you could only shoot JPEGs. But it was possible via the Pro Camera app. You could shoot all RAWs and save RAWs and then compile them later in After Effects, or actually shoot during daytime long exposures in the Moment app that creates the blurred frames frame by frame by merging 15 photos into every frame and doing it live and exporting you at the end either a 4K to save on your phone or a full 4:3 aspect ratio 4.2K if you can straight away airdrop it to a Mac, because you cannot save that file onto the iPhone. And personally, I've had brilliant results shooting with the 11 Pro in RAW, as well as using the Moment app, because there are times that you just do not want to set up your full frame camera to shoot that time-lapse, like this situation that I shot in Wuppertal on the Schwebebahn, which are these amazingly cool underhung trains that are running across the city, as well as mounting my 11 Pro onto the cable car in London, crossing the River Thames, because if I were to use a full frame camera, it would just be not possible. And last year in December, I made a full video how to shoot RAW time-lapses by utilizing the Pro Camera app for the 11 Pro and saving RAW files on the wide angle and the telephoto, and saving JPEGs, which still is a great quality JPEG, on this ultra-wide angle. I've had my 11 Pro shooting time-lapses on motion sliders, on panning devices, and they all came out rather brilliant. So 11 Pro is already fully capable of delivering great time-lapses, while the 12 Pro and Max are the ones that are really stepping up a game, because they introduce features like Pro RAW. I'd be really interested to hear what the Moment app will bring together with the Pro RAW capabilities specifically for time-lapse, because their app, when they released it back in March or April, literally revolutionized how you can have longer motion trailing, motion blur in daytime time-lapses shot just on the iPhone on all 3 lenses. Personally, I think the 12 Pro is good, but this time round, actually the 12 Pro Max makes a difference, because last year when I picked the smaller 11 Pro, all the cameras were exactly the same on the 11 Pro Max, so there was no need to get the bigger one, and I actually like the smaller one. This time round, there's many more differences in the Pro Max version, like the larger sensor on the wide angle, the 26mm camera that also incorporates 5-axis sensor shift. And while the telephoto got increased to 65mm, it lost 0.2 of an f-stop, so instead of being f2.0, now it's f2.2. Not a drastic difference, because I reckon that the sensor has been changed and developed as a new sensor. Probably it will actually have even better low-light capabilities, even though it lost that third of a stop going from f2.0 to f2.2, but it's slightly longer, and I do love using the long telephotos on the iPhone 11 Pro. So on the 12 Pro Max being 65mm, and if you want to crop 1080p out of that, you'd be at 130mm. That's a huge benefit when shooting video and only delivering 1080, because you have everything from 13mm to 130mm. That is 10 times zoom, isn't it? Yes, it is 10 times zoom. Another exciting thing on the Pro models is the Pro Video mode. 4K up to 60 frames a second, 10-bit HDR Dolby Vision. I know it's a long name, but it does look and sound promising, as you will be able to have the flat image as well as just add a filter that will edit it in Dolby Vision color space and kind of like apply a LUT all in the Photos app. So that is truly brilliant. And lastly, they also introduced the LiDAR, which should help with any autofocus in lower light, as well as making sure the focus is perfect during daytime. And then also LiDAR can create some of the depth of field fake 35mm sensor kind of effect for photos, most likely not for video, but yeah, I don't know, we'll see. It was definitely one of the most exciting iPhone announcement videos, even though it was pre-recorded, and they have included a phenomenal amount of really good time lapses, but there was a few time lapses that I was like, were they actually shot on the 12 Pro? Because they looked like sometimes the sensor was moving, so they were a bit shaky, and I don't know, was that because they just couldn't turn off the 5-axis sensor stabilization? And when the camera was on the slider, I think it had a little bit of shake there, so it didn't look that quite professional as other time-lapses. However, I don't think all the time-lapses in that announcement were actually shot on the iPhone. Some of these time-lapses, the day to nights, just looked too good, because iPhones don't deliver the f16 sort of star effect of the sun, and these time lapses had that, so I'm pretty sure that they were shot on professional full frame cameras, DSLRs or mirrorless. However, if we're just going by the included time lapses in the night mode time lapse reel, which was a mix between the night mode time lapse and video shot at night on the beautiful Las Vegas Strip, they look good. I am like thoroughly impressed. Will I be upgrading and will I be pre-ordering the new iPhone 12 Pro Max on the 6th of November? I think I wish I would. Business is tough now in pandemic, and the 11 Pro is still alright, and I do have my professional cameras that I shoot time lapses with, being the Nikon Z6s. I've got 2 of them, so I would love to upgrade, but I don't think at the moment it's just a viable business decision to do. So yeah, in a way, I'm happy with my 11 Pro. I would love the night mode time lapse to be actually brought to the 11 Pro. It probably will be a selling point for the 12s and the 12 Pros and Maxes. I would wish it would be brought to the 11s, but most likely, yeah, no, I don't think it will happen. My name is Michael Thomas. I'm a London-based time-lapse architecture and travel photographer. You can check out my work at London Viewpoints, or subscribe here, like my videos, and check out some of the videos in the description that I teach you how to shoot raw time-lapses with an iPhone, or how to shoot time-lapses on your DSLR or mirrorless cameras that will stand out, sell them on stock sites, and make some money. Thanks a lot for watching, leave it a like, and if for some reason I will get the 12 Pro Max or get to borrow it from a friend, I will definitely do an updated video when I actually get to shoot the night mode time-lapses or any other time-lapse features on the other 2 lenses. And that will be it for now. See you guys in the next video.